My child, take a moment and breathe. I know the weight you've been carrying in your heart, much more than anyone can see. There's a silent battle inside you, one you fight when no one is around, yet you keep moving forward, holding on to belief and hope. You're tired from waiting so long for something I showed you long ago. That quiet whisper of mine that once filled you with hope now seems distant, like an echo fading away. Do you feel like every prayer you offered in silence has been lost in the stillness of time, making you wonder if I've heard you? You may feel like your time has passed, like the opportunity slipped away when no one was watching. But listen carefully, my beloved child, for what you are reading right now is no coincidence. You did not come across these words by chance. It is not by accident that you are here. I, the Lord your God, have led you here with perfect timing. This moment was planned before the day even began. Every word you are reading has been carefully placed by my Spirit to reach you right when you need it most. Please understand this clearly. Your being here is no accident. This is a divine appointment. In this very moment, my full attention is on you. My gaze is fixed on you. You are not lost in the crowd. Your name is being softly spoken in the heavens. You are known, loved, and deeply cherished by me. What I am about to reveal to you, my precious child, has not appeared suddenly. It has been prepared long before now, waiting for this exact moment. It is a special revelation, a hidden truth that is now ready to come into the light. Think of it as a sacred doorway, designed just for you. It's a path only you can walk, with signs that only you will recognize. I have planned this path for you with love, purpose, and a glorious end. If your heart feels drawn to this truth, if your spirit has been stirred by these words, don't doubt it. This message is for you. Feel that gentle stirring inside your chest. That is my presence reaching out to you. Your spirit recognizes it. Something has shifted. There has been a shift, a stirring in the spiritual realm. Something significant has happened, one that has not been visible to your natural eyes, but it has shaken the unseen forces around your life. I have shaken hidden foundations, and although you may not fully understand it yet, your soul has sensed it. This is not a passing emotion. It is a sign that heaven has stepped in. The doors that have been closed for so long are now starting to open. The silence you experienced was not because I forgot you, but because I was preparing you. I allowed this long season not to destroy you, but to shape you, to refine you like gold in the fire, so that when the promise comes, your heart will be ready to receive it. Everything you've gone through has had a purpose, even when it seemed meaningless. Every tear you shed in the darkness was collected by my hands. Every night when you thought about giving up, I was there beside you, holding you close, even when you couldn't feel me. Your weakness was never a burden to me. In fact, in your fragility, my strength became more apparent. This shaking is not punishment, it is alignment. I have moved pieces around. I've broken old patterns. I've closed paths you thought were secure, because I have something greater for you. This shock you feel is the sound of my intervention. I interrupted the path you thought you were on, not to deny you blessings, but to lead you to greater glory. There were things you didn't see, dangers you didn't know about, doors you thought were good but actually led to detours. I saw it all from the start, and as a loving father, I chose to protect you, even at the cost of you not understanding my ways. I do not want you to keep walking as if nothing has changed, because something has already shifted. This moment is sacred. This instant is a turning point. And I urge you, if you hear my voice today, don't harden your heart, because what's coming next is important. Not everyone will hear this message with an open heart. Many will overlook it, thinking it's just another word. But you have been touched. You feel the fire inside you. Don't ignore it. This opportunity won't stay open forever, not because I want to close it, but because time moves forward, and there are moments marked by heaven that won't happen the same way again. My child, if you're feeling a quickening in your chest, an indescribable warmth moving through you, it is not just a feeling. It is my spirit confirming to you that this is real, that this message is meant for you. Do not make excuses. Do not delay any longer. Say here. Listen closely. Open your spirit fully, because what is coming in the next words may change your life forever if you are willing to accept it. My child, stay here with me. Listen carefully to my voice. Do not rush your heart. This is a sacred moment, a space where my words meet your spirit. It is not a typical place, and this is not just another message. It is an altar I have set before you to speak directly to your heart. Whoever has ears to hear, let them listen to what my spirit is saying right now. You, my beloved, have been chosen for this moment. Can you feel it, my beloved? That stirring, that sacred flash, which is more than just an ordinary feeling. It is a sign of my presence, confirming to you that this message is for you. You are not imagining this. You are not overthinking a passing thought. You are touching something eternal. It is my hand gently reaching your spirit. If these words resonate with you, if you feel warmth inside, let me know that you are here and listening. And above all, if a quiet certainty deep within tells you that this is for you, say it with all your heart. I am ready. I am open. I receive this. Do not say it with fear or doubt. Open yourself completely, for I am about to reveal things that will change how you see everything. Hold this moment close in your heart, my child. Keep it near your thoughts, deep within you, because what is coming will change the entire course of your life. The waiting is always over. The calm is about to make way for action. It has all been prepared for this specific moment. Everything has been pointing toward now. Nothing has been wasted. Every disappointment, every prayer you felt went unanswered, every night when you thought you couldn't carry on, all of it has been part of a story written by my hand. A story that hasn't ended, but is now beginning to reveal its glory. I don't judge by your past. Do not measure what's coming by what has been. I make all things new, and you are standing at the edge of that new beginning. And now, my daughter, it is time for me to tell you everything. I've kept this in my heart, waiting for your heart to be ready to receive it. You have asked many times with tears and sighs no one else saw, why is my path so difficult? Why is it so hard for me when it seems so easy for others? I have heard every one of those thoughts. Nothing has passed by me unnoticed. My daughter, you are not forgotten. You are not invisible to me. You have walked a difficult path, not because you were rejected, but because you were chosen. You have felt the weight of each slow step, because with every step, I have been shaping your heart and soul. Do you feel it, my beloved daughter? That every small progress has cost you more than you thought, as though life demands more from you than from others. Yes, it is true, because there is something unique in you, a calling that is different from the rest. You have often felt misunderstood, even by those who love you, because you were never meant to fit in. I have set you apart for something special. What came easily to others was difficult for you. What felt light to others felt heavy for you. But understand this, my precious one. It was not punishment, it was purpose. You were not forgotten. You were being shaped. Have you ever thought that feeling alone, even when surrounded by others, is not a flaw in you, but a sign of your unique purpose? You are not broken. You are chosen. Perhaps the burdens you've carried, my daughter, were placed on you because I knew you were the only one strong enough to bear them. I put strength in you that the world has failed to see, but I see it. I honor it. Every time you chose not to give up, even when no one saw, I wrote it down. Every time you forgave, even when it hurt. Every time you lived with integrity when it was easier to lie. Every time you loved despite being hurt, I was there. I saw every quiet decision to obey, every hidden yes, every secret act of surrender. Nothing had been forgotten. Know this, my precious child. These words are not for those who are just passing by. They are not for those seeking temporary comfort or fleeting feelings. These words are for you. You, who have watched the years pass, wondering if your time has come and gone. Listen to me now. Your time is not past. Your season is just beginning. I have kept the best for now. I have not forgotten you, daughter. I have been preparing you. Now, a new awakening is starting. Your soul knows it. Your spirit feels restless, but it is not confusion. It is alignment. You are being called to get ready, to prepare your heart, because what I am about to release in your life will be beyond comparison. The tears you cried in secret will become rivers of joy. The shame you carried will be replaced with honor, and the voice you thought no one heard will become the one I amplify as a testimony to my faithfulness. Stay here, my daughter. Stay, my son. Do not turn away. Do not close your heart. There is so much more I need to tell you. Every word that follows has been anointed to heal, free, and awaken what has been lying dormant within you for a long time. I have seen what others have not. I have thought about every moment of your story, even the ones you tried to forget. The times when you felt you couldn't go on, when you believed no one understood the pain weighing on you. I was there, in the quiet of that room. When your soul cried out in secret, my ears were listening. I did not ignore your tears, nor overlook your darkest thoughts. Every question, every sorrow, every time you wondered if you were enough, every single moment was carefully recorded by me, full of compassion. You are not where you are by accident. Every twist in your path has been part of a greater plan that is not measured by the limited view of time. What you thought was a loss, what you believed time had stolen from you, was not meant to break you but to cleanse you, to remove what was not needed for what is about to come. What was taken was not rejection, it was redirection. What seemed closed was not punishment, it was protection. Even in the moments that felt empty and silent, I was working. When you thought your prayers went unheard, I was gathering them, layer by layer, drop by drop, in a sacred place. Not a single word spoken in faith was lost. There is a heavenly memory that remembers what you offered from your heart. Time is not your enemy or judge. It is simply the stage where I reveal my faithfulness step by step. Every delay, every pause, every long night had a purpose, and its full meaning has not yet been realized. You have felt the path narrowing, as though each day required more strength than you thought you had. Yet you rose. Perhaps you didn't fully understand it, but you held on to a hope you couldn't explain. That hope didn't come from you. It was a gift I placed deep within you to sustain you when your own strength fell short. That hope was my voice inside you, the one that didn't shout but never left. Even though everything around you seemed to crumble, my breath kept you standing. There were times when your identity seemed unclear, when the words and actions of others tried to define you. They labeled you with judgments that never came from me. Images were created of you that do not match the truth of what I've made. I know your true design, and no one and nothing can change what I have written about you. Even in your moments of doubt, I remained firm in my belief of what I planted in you before time began. You are not the mistake you feared you were. You are not defined by your failures. You are a work in progress, a vessel that has been broken and remade with eternal purpose. There are battles you fought in silence, battles that others could not have withstood. But I don't honor you just for your strength in resisting. I honor you because, through it all, you kept a small space for my presence. The tiny space, that intimate place where you allowed me in when everything else was hurting, is where something new is now beginning to grow. You don't need to understand how it will look. You only need to know that I have started something that will never stop. I'm not asking you to rebuild with your own hands what I have decided to renew with mine. There are wounds you thought would be permanent scars, believing they would follow you for the rest of your life. But what you thought was final, in my hands, is only temporary. There is no mark too deep for my glory to redeem. There is no shadow too dark for my light to erase. The fire you went through wasn't meant to destroy you, but to purify you. What came from that fire, even if it's hard for you to see right now, is purer, stronger, and more solid than you ever imagined. This is not the end of your journey. This is not a simple restart. This is a sacred transition. This is the moment where brokenness becomes a testimony, where tears turn into seeds, and where what once seemed barren will start to bear fruit that others won't even understand. You are not stepping into a continuation of what was before. You are being led into a completely new dimension. The way you thought, dreamed, prayed, and hoped is being transformed from the very core. That's why the process has been so deep. That's why the past seasons have been harder than ever. It wasn't a sign of defeat, it was a sign of labor. What is being formed within you carries a weight of glory. It's not light or small. That's why it hurt so much. That's why it seemed like everything around you was falling apart. But what is being birthed now will not be fragile or short-lived. It will be steady, strong, and fruitful not only for you but for many others. There are people who will be touched by what I do through you. And nothing you've experienced will go to waste. Every part of your journey will be redeemed and turned into a source of blessing. Even the moments that caused you the most shame will become a sign of grace. You are not discarded, you are being repositioned. You are not at the end of your story. You are standing at the threshold of a deep revelation. You are being called to fulfill what was always written about you before you took your first breath. I have been watching the inner movements of your soul. I'm not just talking about your decisions, but about the most hidden thoughts, the ones that come from the deepest part of you, where no one else has access. I know those fleeting ideas that come between your sighs, those questions you are afraid to ask because you think they might show weakness or, worse, a lack of faith. But even in those hidden thoughts, I am near. I am not waiting for perfect faith or flawless behavior. I do not look at you with demands, but with understanding. I am pleased that you keep seeking, even when everything is unclear. You've been taught so many times that you must appear strong, that you must show confidence, even when inside you are shaking. But I am not impressed by the masks that others admire. I see beyond the surface, beyond the image you try to project. What pleases me is your authenticity. I am glad that even with doubts, you still make room for me, that even with fear, you don't push me away completely. That is enough for me to continue working in you. Sometimes, you feel like the little you do doesn't matter, but to me, every step you take toward the truth carries eternal weight. Many have tried to define who you are, and some of the labels you've been given didn't come from me. You've been defined by judgments, comparisons, past mistakes, and unhealed wounds. Even though some were well-meaning, the truth is, you've believed things about yourself that aren't true. You accepted certain beliefs as unchangeable truths about who you are, when in reality, they were lies formed in moments of vulnerability. But now, I am stepping in to remove them because I don't want you to carry burdens you were never meant to bear. You are not being called to go back to who you once were. I am not restoring an old version of you. I am revealing something new that you have yet to understand. You've lived in a limited way, shaped by old stories, recycled memories, and thoughts passed down to you. You've walked within mental structures that weren't yours, but were forced upon you by others or formed from fear. But now, that inner structure is being broken down by my Spirit. I don't want to build on the old. I am creating something new on solid foundations, and these new foundations begin with a renewed sense of who you are. You need to understand that not everything you thought was a failure truly was. There are things that didn't happen, not because you failed, but because the ground wasn't ready. There are prayers that weren't answered the way you hoped, not because I didn't hear you, but because I saw things you couldn't see. There were relationships that ended, doors that didn't open, paths that weren't cleared not out of neglect or punishment, but for your protection. My purpose has never been based on your limited view of success. I've been working in a higher way, where the goal isn't your immediate comfort, but your long-lasting change. Over time, you've tried to meet the standards set by your environment and your own insecurities. You've carried the weight of needing to get everything right, of proving you're worthy, without realizing that in my kingdom, worth isn't earned, it's recognized. From the very beginning, worth was placed inside you by my design. You don't need to do more to be loved. You don't need to prove yourself to be accepted. You are mine, and that is enough to open all the blessings of heaven for you. I know your heart has been restless, searching for a sign to show you're on the right path. Uncertainty has followed you like a quiet shadow, and many times you've asked for a clear answer, for a word, for direction, something you could hold on to. But sometimes I don't speak to test your trust, but to affirm it. Not because I want you to suffer, but because I want you to see that you can keep going even when you don't have all the answers. That's the kind of faith that goes beyond feelings and goes deep into purpose. I've been working on your roots, not the surface, not the things everyone sees, but the hidden parts. What others have overlooked is exactly where I've been most active. The foundation of your life has been built during the quiet seasons, when no one saw your progress. And now, that foundation will be the strength of what I'm about to build. I won't place anything on you that you can't carry. That's why I've been patient, even when you wanted to hurry the process. I've been preparing you for something that will not fade but will last. You will soon see how things that once troubled you no longer hold the same power over you. Not because your circumstances have changed, but because you have. Your inner self is being prepared to endure with wisdom, to walk with strength, and to speak with authority. I am not shaping someone ordinary. I am shaping someone who reflects the eternal. That is why you have never fit into human systems. You are being prepared for a spiritual calling that not everyone will understand. There are gifts within you that have yet to awaken, words planted in your spirit that will soon begin to grow. It won't be because of something you did, but because the time has arrived. Every seed has a set time to grow, and your time is drawing near. What seemed empty will soon be filled, and not just filled, but overflowing with abundance and eternity. What I am working on in the deep parts of you does not depend on natural cycles, on visible seasons, or on the world's rhythms. The work I am doing inside you does not follow the human calendar, nor does it respond to clocks or the expectations others have placed on you. This work may not be visible yet, but the results will be clear. Something is being formed in you that has not been influenced by the rush or anxiety of the world around you. It is a pure work, preserved and untouched by the voices that demand quick results. Because the eternal cannot be built in a hurry, nor can it be measured by temporary standards. Many have watched your journey from the outside and have not understood. Some have criticized your apparent slowness, questioned your pauses, and suggested you were wasting time. But I, who know the depths of your heart, have seen what they couldn't. While others waited for outward signs, I was building your character. While you felt the pressure to move forward quickly, I invited you to remain still. Because true progress comes from having deep roots. And those roots, though unseen, are strengthened with every act of faithfulness, with every decision you made in secret. Your story does not need to be explained to those who are not meant to understand it. Not everyone will be able to read what I am writing in your life. Some will walk past, unable to see beyond what's on the outside. But you were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were set apart to bring forth a unique expression of my purpose. You are not here to imitate others. You are here to manifest your own calling. Your design is unique, your journey irreplaceable. That's why it's not healthy to compare yourself to others or let others set your value or pace. I allowed silences that were not meant to punish you, but to invite you deeper. Absences that were not abandonments, but calls to seek me in deeper places. Not everything that felt like a loss was truly a loss. Some of the absences you've experienced were necessary to clear the way for something new. In your heart, there were empty spaces that caused you pain, but today, those spaces are being made ready to hold something much greater. Don't fill with noise what was made to be a home. There are internal places within you that must stay open, not to remind you of what's been lost, but to prepare for what is coming. There are things I have not shown you yet, not because I'm keeping them from you, but because I'm protecting you. What I will give you requires an inner strength that can support it. I won't lead you to places where pressure could break you. That's why I've been working on not just your hope, but your ability to stay when nothing seems to be changing. What I'm building in you doesn't need attention or approval. It won't grow by force, but by patience. My child, stop for a moment. Breathe. I know you've been carrying so much in your heart, more than others can see. There has been an inner struggle, silent but constant. A battle you fought alone, yet you keep moving forward, believing and hoping. You feel worn out from waiting for something I promised you a long time ago. That divine whisper that once filled your heart with hope now feels as distant as an echo. Do you feel as though every prayer you've quietly offered has been lost in the silence of time, making you wonder if I've heard you? You may wonder if your moment has passed, if the chance you waited for disappeared when no one was watching. But listen carefully, my beloved child. What you are reading now is no coincidence. You did not find these words by accident. It's no accident that you are here. I, the Lord your God, have guided your steps to this very moment with perfect timing. This meeting was planned before today even began. Every word you are reading has been woven by my Spirit to reach you exactly when you need it. You need to understand this clearly. Your presence here is not by chance. It's a divine appointment. At this very moment, all my attention is on you. My gaze is fixed on you. You are not lost in the crowd. Your name has been spoken softly in the heavens. You are known, loved, and deeply valued by me. What I am about to show you, my precious child, is not something that has just come up. It had been prepared for you long ago, waiting for this moment. It is a hidden truth, a reserved message that must now come to light. Think of it as a sacred opening, a door made just for you. It is a path that only you can walk, marked with signs that only you can recognize. I have shaped this path with love, purpose, and a glorious future at the end. If you feel your inner vision, the kind that sees beyond the physical and into the eternal, drawn to this truth, and if your spiritual hearing has become sharper to the sound of these words, then do not doubt it. This message is meant for you. Feel that slight tremor in your chest. That's my presence reaching you. Your spirit knows it. Something has shifted. There has been a movement in the spiritual world, an important change that wasn't visible to the eyes but has shaken the invisible forces surrounding your life. I have shaken hidden foundations, and even though you may not fully grasp it yet, your soul has sensed it. This is not just an emotion. It is a sign that heaven has stepped in. The doors that were closed for so long are now starting to open. The silence you experienced was not a sign of forgetfulness. It was a time of preparation.